I want to leave you with this thought tonight. While the right is busy bitching about the left, the liberals giving everybody free stuff, I just want you to know I have never experienced that in my entire life, except for maybe from my mother. So when I was in my 20s, I was pregnant. My husband wasn't working, my ex husband, and I was desperate. So I had to try to get food stamps and welfare checks. And it was really hard because they don't make it easy for you to do that. Now, you've got people calling that a handout, like I'm a moocher, like I'm mooching off of everybody else. But do you know where that money comes from? It comes from me. I worked hard since I was 15, paying into that, into the government, my taxes. And then I get that money back when I need it. That's what welfare is supposed to be about, just like Social Security. Okay, they've got you believing that Social Security is some kind of a handout, but it's not. You pay into it, it's insurance. You get that money back because you worked hard and paid into it. The amount of money that the government gets for welfare is a tiny sliver compared to the money that they get for warfare. Or shall I say, the money that they get overall is not going back into welfare, it's going into warfare. And do you know why we need money in the first place? Because all of our forests were wiped out, all of our resources were hoarded, and they sell them back to you. We have to pay for water. We have to pay for electricity. These things should be free because we should be able to get free energy. This is a known fact by now. But see, they set up society to where everybody is dependent upon the government and corporations for their existence. And then when a woman gets pregnant by accident, and let's not even get into that, she's got to somehow come up with the money to support herself and her child. But if she can't, well, God forbid should she get an abortion because she can't afford to take care of that child. The same people that don't want you to have an abortion don't want to give you their money to help you survive with that child. And while the far right is bitching about liberals giving everybody free stuff, they're the ones that are saying NESARA and GESARA is going to give everybody a bunch of free money. They're the ones that are so excited about AI doing all the work for us so we don't have to work anymore, while they're simultaneously complaining about freeloaders. If everybody would go back to the way we were supposed to do things in a symbiotic, natural world where you give freely, you share, and you respect other people's boundaries, the world would be a better place. That's the kind of future that awakened people are looking forward to. And how do you know when you're awake? You're not afraid of somebody taking something from you because you live in abundance and grace. You're open to receiving. You don't feel guilty about receiving. And you don't try to shame other people because other people need things to survive. The system dumbs you down to keep you just smart enough to have to go out and work at a specific job to make a specific amount of money to barely be able to pay your bills. God knows you're not going to be able to afford college. None of that's going to change if you support an authoritarian beast system, which is what we live in right now. If you're one of these people that are so afraid that somebody's going to share something and give somebody something freely and want to help support human rights, you're so afraid of that, you're the problem.